It's a beautiful bacon day, Cookie Crusaders. Today we're going to be covering Final Strike, the boss battle in Odyssey that has been a tough one for everybody. So, real quick breakdown, we're running cooldowns on Hollyberry. We know that every time the skill activates, we get that damage absorption, and the HP is very high from Hollyberry. And so, as long as you run that with some good critical resistance and good damage resistance, you're going to be in a good spot. Obviously, this is a low value of each. I could get up to about 15% of critical resistance and 30% of damage resistance, but this was what I could conjure together for Hollyberry at the time, but it still works. So I wanted to show you that because I don't want you to feel that you need to run the top tier toppings to truly make it work. Secondary, we're going to be running high attack speed on Schwartz with some good damage resistance and cooldown. We're going to be running some high damage resistance, high HP on our Dark Cacao. We're going to be running critical toppings with attack speed and damage resistance focus on Caramel Arrow. And we're going to be running cooldowns with damage resistance and cooldown stats on our Pure Vanilla. So as long as you're running that and these level 12 treasures, then you should be able to get through this battle. Other things that can take part in how you can beat this is your statue level and your overall buffs that you get from your toppings, since all other things have been deactivated, such as the monuments and your cookie bonds and your costume bonds. All of those are deactivated, so this puts a lot of players at pretty equal grounds. However, it is not deactivated what you have in your statue. So if you have your statue at a higher level, that is going to ease this ability to win this match. Now, what's really happening here, and what was not really able to happen in previous iterations of this fight, is that Schwartz not only provides plenty of stuns, but it's able to actually keep our team up towards the front line. With original teams, which I've seen some guides where a Claire and Caramel Arrow were the combination, you still had too much team pushback, and so for that reason, you couldn't really get a lot of damage in on the boss, on the Cake Witch, and you also had trouble getting to the actual cookies because you were too busy fighting the summoned units. So that was a big problem for a lot of reasons. And it then only got harder when silence was a big thing added an adjustment, and it made it almost soft locked for a lot of players. And so now, with Schwartz out, all those crazy stuns, because remember, it's the basic attack that gives chance for us to do stuns against the enemy. So that attack speed is not only increasing our animation, but it is increasing the odds and chances that we can actually get stuns on the enemy team. Now, as you can see, we had 40 plus seconds left there, and Schwartz is dealing a really big portion of that damage. Caramel Arrow is too. Everyone else is really just for defensive measures. Dark Cacao, Hollyberry, Pure Vanilla, they're required, but they're really there just to be utilitarian, with Hollyberry taking health for everybody, Cacao dealing the debuffs, and of course Pure Vanilla doing the healing. And none of those are big values. So really, they just are there for the sake of getting the team through. But the main thing is knowing that your Caramel Arrow is set up with a lot of power. That critical power, it can just, the damage is insurmountable with combination of attack speed, hence why you need that attack speed substat. And then Schwartz does a really good job utilizing the caramel toppings, and we didn't even have a maxed out skill set topping. We just had level 68, so it's completely feasible. You can honestly run better damage resistance and still get this attack speed. We can go all the way up to 10% cooldown for the substats of Schwartz and still make it even better. So this is just subpar toppings. These are just what we could throw together, but that doesn't mean it's min-maxed to the absolute highest degree. A lot of people that were originally making the guide that showed how to do it before Schwartz and everything, they were running like almost perfect almonds with high DPS units that weren't the 3 required ancients. And that's not a feasible team to build. It's not easy for people to build. And so that's why we wanted to cover a team that does not focus on that. And I apologize to those who have been asking for this guide, as it's been a while to be able to make it, but now we finally have a unit that really makes it doable, and that's Schwartz. So if you haven't invested in this newer unit, then I highly recommend doing so, and believe it or not, those caramel toppings are going to make a difference. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this guide is helpful to you. Have a wonderful day.